Kiwi, dinner is ready.
I'll be right down, Mom.
So how was your day?
Well, I just woke up like an hour ago.
But it's 6 p.m.
Well, Mom, due to my high level of apathy that I have for my life since the COVID-19 outbreak turned into a pandemic, instead the media has directed our eyes to care about others more than yourself. Therefore, I have neglected my own life as I constantly worry, am I a carrier? Am I asymptomatic? Will I cause someone to die? So instead of worrying about the existential crisis I deal with daily due to my growing anxiety and depression being cooped up inside, unable to see some of the only people that make me happy at school, I supplement that empty hole in my stomach and heart by sleeping for most of the day, and then waking up, binging old YouTube videos or cartoons, and then ending my time awake by playing video games with the small amount of friends I can interact with through that medium without feelings of intimidation or irrelevance for hours until I feel the need to go back to sleep. I then repeat that cycle and have been repeating that cycle for months as I scream out for help to everyone around me.
Anyways, I made soup.
This is pretty good. What is this?
It's chowder.
Hello everyone, my name is Kiwi, or you can just call me Kiwi, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about a cartoon that played a very big part in my life growing up as a double minority of race and social class, being mixed and living for the most of my life in the middle class. However, to avoid politics and that blue cat that wants to eliminate the middle class.
Welcome to church, thank you for attending. Very cool. I will eliminate the middle class. Thank you for attending. Thank you. Praise the Lord.
I wanted to talk about this show. A show that is universally praised as one of the best shows that ended not only way too quick, but so subtly. Chowder was an American cartoon show created by Carl Harvey Greenblatt, or just C.H. Greenblatt. Greenblatt worked on several shows that we all know well that included him storyboarding for SpongeBob and Billy and Mandy, and even creating newer shows like Harvey Beaks and Jellystone, a new cartoon set to premiere on the HBO Max in 2021 that features characters from Yogi Bear, the Huckleberry Hound Show, the Quick Draw McGraw Show, and so on, which seems to be very interesting that I may look into once it's released. Anyways, while Greenblatt was working on SpongeBob, he was in the shadows working on Chowder. With the design of Chowder's characters, he based it off of Dr. Seuss characters in Saturday morning cartoons. While working on Billy and Mandy in the mid-2000s, he pitched the idea of Chowder to Cartoon Network, and a couple years later, it was approved. And finally, with what Greenblatt states was 7 years in the making, Chowder aired on November 2nd, 2007. It was met by most of the criticism praising it for its appeal to both adults and children, its exotic art style, which we'll come back to, and a zany and weird but also charming cast of characters. In general, however, the show never earned any awards. Some of the actors in Greenblatt received some nominations, but weirdly never won any. The show of Chowder follows a little child named Chowder, who is an apprentice to his teacher and master chef Mung Daal, who runs a catering company. Chowder kind of plays off a SpongeBob type of plot resolution and introduction, where the episode would start with Chowder in one setting, and because of his actions and antics would end up with him in a situation that he would have to get out of. However, as most cartoons are like that, this show is supplemented with what I dub first 3 seasons of SpongeBob writing. Also the zany art and amazing acting coming from those playing their characters. Talking about characters though, let's discuss the second best thing about this show, the characters. Chowder is a chubby purple animal that people compare to either a cat, bear, or a rabbit, since Greenblatt designed Chowder to have no identity of what he actually was. Chowder is voiced by Nicky Jones, who also is known for playing Gumball in the Amazing World of Gumball's pilot episode. You know, one of the actors to voice Gumball before.
What that is? Yeah, I see some logs. Oh God, it's a trap! No! No!
Chowder's character involves a little bit of SpongeBob and a little bit of gluttony, where he was dumb but dedicated, however also plagued by hunger, with a classic trope of the show including him eating something important to the plot. Like in the episode Grubblegum, where Chowder ends up swallowing a piece of gum and it ends up where he ended up blowing a bubble so big while he slept, it covered everything in gum that stuck to everything and destroyed it. Mung Dahl is a blue humanoid with a huge honker for a nose. He runs a catering company and teaches Chowder on how to cook. Mung is played by Dwight Schultz, who any boomer would recognize. He is from the old school A-Team TV show, where he played Captain Murdoch.
Okay, Murdoch, you're on.
Say, do any of you creeps know the way to San Jose? Now it's gonna be like flying a Brinks truck.
Murdoch, we must just persevere.
We shall make the skies safe for Mumsy, Daddy, and Buckingham. God save the Queen. At least give it a break.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching. Wait.
He has no age in the show, however, the only time representation we must look at is that he stated that he has celebrated 450 years of marriage with his wife, Truffles. He is named after the Indian dish Mung Dal, that is comprised of Indian-flavored yellow lentils, and it's completely vegetarian. Truffles Dahl is a mushroom pixie who handles the business side of the catering company and is obviously married to Mung Dahl. She is extremely erratic and rude with everyone, however, she does show some soft sides to her character sometimes. One thing I found interesting and not surprising is Tara Strong voices Truffles. You know, the same girl who voices Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents, Dill Pickles from the Rugrats and the sequel series All Grown Up, which we'll talk about one day in the future because these are my favorite TV shows. Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, Ben from Ben 10, and Raven from Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. The list goes on, but let's give some love to Tara Strong, who's one of the most versatile actors in the cartoon and video game scene.
My name is Tara Strong, and I'm mostly known for my animation career. I'm the voice of Timmy Turner from the Fairly Odd Parents.
I wish Cosmo and Wanda were here. I was Baby Deal. Hey, that's my camera.
Powerpuff Girls.
I'm just as tough as Blossom and Buttercup. I'm hardcore.
Raven from Teen Titans, Azarath, Metreon, Zinthos. Originally, I was Batgirl alongside Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy. I've had a really fun career.
Schnitzel. To wrap up some main characters, there's also Kimchi, who is a sentient fart cloud that is Chowder's pet. Gazpacho is a shop owner that is a woolly mammoth voiced by Dana Schneider, who is famous for his voice acting in Squidbillies and Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Panini, who is identified as a cabbit, yes, a cross between a cat and a rabbit, who is voiced by Liliana Mummy, is famous for her acting as a Myrtle from Lilo and Stitch, and Lenny Loud from The Loud House. And the last character I want to mention is Miss Endive, who is thick as f*** and is voiced by Mindy Sterling, who played in roles from Austin Powers to Ant Farm to iCarly, and even played Aunt May in the Spider-Man 2 video game.
Please, if you see my nephew Peter, don't harm him.
Just be quiet and get in there with the other prisoners.
You'll be all right now.
Amazing.
Chowder ran for 3 seasons. However, the 3rd season was only half as long as the other 2 due to it being cancelled. Altogether, there were only 49 episodes. Sounds like a small amount, when in reality these episodes were 2-part episodes lasting 30 minutes. So a 15-minute slot would be for one segment, and the next 15-minute slot would be for the next segment. They follow the same format as the regular show, Gumball, Steven Universe, or Adventure Time, where each segment was split between the overall runtime of each episode being 30 minutes.
Hey, so say you have a piece of paper, okay? And on this piece of paper, Nothing ever bad happens to the Kennedys!
My day be so fine.
And then boom! Twitter! Raise every bone up into the sky! Sparks in the air like the 4th of July! Oh my God, my right hand hurts a lot. Please help me, Lord Jesus, Kanye West, Jesus, please help me. Help me, please. 1.5 more rows. Oh, my arm, my right hand. Oh my God, my hand. Oh. Okay. So say you have a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, you made a pattern. Yeah, you made a pattern. So then, hold on. Yes, scissors, yes. So, what if you took that pattern, right, and you took another blank piece of paper, right, folded that in half, right? Stay with me now. Stay with me now, alright? So then, like, you cut a nice little shape in it. So I'm gonna try and do like a... Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, cut a little bastard. Yeah. Right there. Out. So... Say this white part is your background, and this shape is like Chowder, for example. So if you were to... Hold on. So if you were to take this piece of paper and move it across here, that's kind of the art style of Chowder. And that's the best representation that I can figure out without me being artistically talented at all. Please do not make fun of me. Please, I'm begging you. This is Chowder's art style. Generally, I'm hella impressed. Oh my god, freaking, Kiwi, he doesn't know what patterns are. Freaking you, how about that? I'll show you my foot, you. Yeah.
Like, I love this so much because you don't see this on other shows. Also, Chowder also does a lot of stop motion with clay models, live action, and with puppets as well. Kind of similar to some of the cutaway stuff in Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's variable. It doesn't get predictable what is coming next, and that's why Chowder was such a good show. However, all good things must come to an end, and in August 2009, Cartoon Network canceled Chowder. It was really interesting why they canceled the show that was only about to enter its 3rd season. However, Cartoon Network was on its way to rebranding their target audience, which was for the older child, which is why around this time you had more mature shows such as Adventure Time and regular shows spawn up from the ground. Also around the time, another great show was canceled, The Misadventures of Flapjack, which I also want to make a video about because along with Chowder, it's an amazing part of Cartoon Network where they were experimenting with more weird and outlandish cartoons like Chowder and Flapjack. Anyways, the reason other than the network wanting to establish a new audience also came with the declining viewership of Chowder because of new shows like Adventure Time coming out around the same time they were probably thinking about canceling Chowder. It is a tragic story of a show that was so good and had such good quality. However, something didn't seem so bad. With the creator of the show getting the news, he was relieved. I didn't really think there'd be this many upsides to having a show officially canceled by a network, but I'm feeling happier than I've been in a long time. Since we've only got post-production, my schedule finally eases up. I haven't had a break like this in a long time. Chowder has opened up a lot of awesome possibilities for me, and creatively I'm feeling more inspired than ever. So I guess it was a bittersweet ending. Greenblatt got to go work on bigger things, and one of the best Cartoon Network shows was left in the dust. I reached out to a fellow fan of Chowder, and I wanted to get their thoughts on the show. So here I have another deep-voiced baby boy, Miilo, and friend, to talk to you about their thoughts.
Chowder really stuck out to me when I watched it. In a period where Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon's lineups were pretty lackluster and kind of boring, Chowder was just one of those shows that was just a diamond in the rough. When analyzing why Chowder was so special, one of the first things that comes to my mind is the art style. It always personally reminded me of like Persian or Indian tapestries and like patterns, and like even the architecture kind of looks like that too. And the clothing and the characters, they all have this sort of uniform style, which makes it really stand out. This alone, the art style alone, not including the likable and quotable characters, and with all the diverse plot ideas, it just stands out on its own, just from the way it looks, just from how appealing Chowder looks as a show. In my opinion, Chowder was the first show for that, Cartoon Network renaissance of the early 2010s, even though it stopped airing when regular show and Adventure Time were just getting their starts. Thanks, Kiwi, for giving me the opportunity to talk about one of my favorite shows. I hope this is what you wanted, buddy.
Thank you guys for watching. I just thought of this idea for a video after watching some Chowder, and I thought I would talk about one of my favorite shows. Let me know down below if you want me to do this more going in depth with shows thing. I definitely want to do this with the Rugrats and All Grown Up, as well as the Misadventures of Flapjack, so let me know. Also, make sure to go and subscribe to my boy Miilo, who did that little thingy at the end of the video. I appreciate him really a lot, and his channel, his Twitter, and all that will be in the description below. Also, there's this Twitter account going around, I guess, that is doing a reanimation of an episode of Chowder called Hey Hey It's Kanishmas, whatever it's called. And I noticed it, and I wanted to give them a little shout out as well, because I believe they're like getting a bunch of artists from around the world and having them reanimate the entire episode. So it's pretty cool. They'll probably be releasing that around Christmas time, so go and check that out. Here's their Twitter. Also, I joined this content creator YouTube group channel called The Worst Generation. I'll leave a link to my announcement video in the description. We're making lit content on there, so please go check it out. Anyways, thank you all for watching again. Like the video if you enjoyed, share the video around, comment down below if you see anything I can improve on in my content, and subscribe for more content. All of you wonderful people, have a wonderful day.